found exclusively on an island so remote that it is called Inaccessible Island in the Turrician archipelago in the isolated South Atlantic. The closest human settlement is that of the neighboring island of St. Hela, the last resting place of Napoleon. The Atlantia Rogeriacea, or the Inaccessible Island Rare, measures only 13 to 15.5 centimeters or 5 to 6 inches and weigh between 1 to 2 ounces or 34 to 49 grams, making them a true Napoleon of the world of flightless birds. They are often visually described as teeny, mouse-like flightless rails. Adults have a brown, black, or white berried belly and flanks, and a reddish eye. Juveniles tend to be duller and lack bearings. They prefer dense cover like tussock and thickets. Vocal, giving a stripped trill and proclaim its territory, as well as a short, thick, and other hard notes. The species was described by a physician, Percy Lowe, in 1923, but the first came to the attention of the scientific community 50 years later. The Inaccessible Island Rails' origin were a long-standing mystery. Once believed to be originated from the Old World, in 2018, its DNA was sequenced, revealing that their closest living relative was the South American dotted-wing crake, and it was proposed that both species should be nested within the genus Larturulus. Rails in general are known for their extreme dispersal capacity, which has given rise to numerous island lineages, like in the Galapagos crake. It colonized the island about 1.5 million years ago. They either flew or arrived via floating rafts of debris, possibly during stormy weather. They arrived long after a volcanic eruption that occurred on their island future home 4.5 million years ago. Their diet consists of earthworms and bugs. The bird still possesses its wings, though it is small, dark, and rounded, and are useless for flying. The bird is still a fairly agile climber, thanks to the use of its large thumb claw, and living in small family groups of 5, where mom and dad share the feeding and incubation. It keeps a constant vocal contact with its relatives and gives the odd alarm call if a subarctic skull or Turrician thrush happens to be flying over. It can walk within 2 hours of hatching and leaves its nest within a day. Many insular species lost their ability to fly as a response to the release of predator pressure. Historically, this has been a major factor in extinctions of island life, when humans subsequently introduced mammals. Fortunately for the continuation of this species, Inaccessible Island was made a nature reserve in 1994 and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, together with Gow Island, though Tunisian islanders are allowed to visit and gather fruit, but they have to be careful of any other mammalian stowaways for that reason. The species is considered vulnerable as it is found on one island and can't exactly fly away from danger. Being isolated is always a risk. When faced with a human research who were egg counting, rather than beating or retreat, it just became increasingly difficult to lift off its nest. So you can imagine the havoc a rat, or God forbid, a cat could wreak should one ever escape onto the island.